We'll also have J.J. Harrison.
Who has the final say? Jehovah has the final say. Who has the final say? Jehovah has the final say. No matter what.
Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. All proceeds go to support the People's United Fund of Omaha. Saturday, September 2nd, 7 p.m., Baxter Arena. Don't be there. Beat me there.
All right. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Oh, yeah, they got the best gospel singers in the city. The best of the best. I want to thank God for another day of life. Black Friday, we from that black diaspora, it's our responsibility, oh yeah, to support each other. One of the ways we could do that is through business. And of course, we encourage our neighbors to support black business also because we support you guys. Reciprocate. We do things over here on purpose. Oh yeah, without a doubt, baby. We work on the things that's going to make our lives a little bit better. It starts with us. It starts internally. You know, that's what my mama taught me. She said, man, life is hard when you go out and make it that way. So, you know, shows that I just decided early to make my life a little easier. And one of the ways to do that is through education. It's through education. So students, oh yeah, students, you know, your teachers got theirs. You go get yours. Do not let no one distract you from getting your education. It's the equalizer, baby. It's the equalizer. I am an example. I'm an example. All right. So I'm not better than you. We're the same. So let's get it done. Let's put some love in self, without a doubt, y'all. It's gonna be a beautiful day. 63 degrees right now. It's kind of cool. Like y'all, baby. We should have Phil Rooney coming in a little bit. Give us a health update in regards to, you know, this corona thing is going back up. They got new variants. I heard some West Nile, you know, is creeping around. So we'll keep you guys in a 411 what's happening with your health. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. I know you got the Iowa State Fair, you got the Nebraska State Fair. I think starting next week. Iowa State Fair starts, I think it already started already. Their state fair is about a couple weeks. So they got a lot of stuff going on, not only here in Omaha, but regionally. All right, so we'll keep you guys in the know. Last night, I went to go see the movie Talk to Me. It's over at the Dundee. We encourage you guys to support small business, film streams. It's doing their thing. We're going to get back with you, man. We're going to play some music real quick. Like I said, I got my man Phil Rooney coming in around 7:30. And then also, we're going to be having a press conference next week. Next week, we're going to be having a press conference in regards to new radio station opportunities coming to this area. So if you want your own radio station, if your group want their own radio station, it could be a tribal group, religion, governmental. You have to have a nonprofit. It could be a 501c3, or it can be a state nonprofit. You can apply for these licenses. Well, actually, construction permit to obtain a broadcast license, where you can have a radio station on the dial like us. See, I'm sharing the information. No other people will share this kind of information because they look at it as competition. But when you're around greatness, I'm a Hall of Famer, baby. I'm an All-American. I'm one of the best in the world, and of course, I am the greatest dunker around here, without a doubt. So when you already know that you have challenged yourself, you need some more challenges. So I create my own challenges sometimes. But like I said, we work for God over here tenfold. Man only pays once. And we don't share. That's that man stuff, that crab in a barrel mentality. We should share information. If we can't utilize the information, we should share with someone else that can manifest that information. That's what we talked about in regards to Black Friday. It's not only exchanging our economic wealth, but it's also trading our intelligent wealth. Without a doubt, baby. That's what we do over here at The Boss. I don't know what y'all do over there. But here at The Boss, you a boss listener? Oh, man, we control our destiny. Obstacles are natural. Gravity is a part of nature. We're always going to have an obstacle. We just got to figure out how we're going to get around that obstacle. We have the intelligence. Mr. Farrakhan teaches that whoever controls the circumference of your education controls the diameter of your actions. My degree is in behavioral science. I know that for a fact. What you intake is what you produce. What you eat, you are what you eat. It's the same concept. Nothing's new under the sun. A child is born every day and someone perish every day. So here at The Boss, we're going to try to make our lives better than it was yesterday. And if we have young people, we got to make sure we develop conduits of opportunity so they can manifest their God-given talents. If we want the world better, we got to make it better. It's a participation sport, or whatever synonym you want to use. 95.7 The Boss, baby. We boss our destiny without a doubt. And I know for a fact it's so important that we obtain as many construction permits to start our own radio stations around the country. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity in rural areas, because we got a lot of rural areas depend on urban areas for programming and information, and even sometimes emergency alert systems, warnings. But we had to have rural areas that have the same capacity. They're our brothers and sisters. They feed us. They grow the food. They're our neighbors, and we provide the industry. And so it's a teamwork thing, man. We only got 2 million Well, yeah, about 2 million Nebraskans. We got to work together. One of the ways is through communication. So if you know any nonprofits in Western Nebraska, it could be your cousins and them. As long as they have a nonprofit, they can apply for those stations. There are going to be a lot of frequencies that's going to be open in rural areas, small towns, 50,000, 100,000 in that range. Even smaller cities, there's going to be opportunities where you can develop your own radio station like we have here at The Boss. Our goal is to make sure that we diversify voices so we don't become programmed by just streaming and network TV or commercial radio. We got to make sure that the small woman and the small man in Auburn, Nebraska, or Meade, Nebraska, or South Omaha, or Bennington, or Fort Calhoun have the same opportunities as we have here in North Omaha. So we actually love our neighbors, baby. Everybody else talk about it. They pray about it. We bout it over here, without a doubt. And so we got to own our own platforms. See, my mom, oh yeah, God rest her soul. My daddy, but mainly my mama, because I know most of their bloodline come from the plantation. See, they couldn't speak, baby. They couldn't speak. They couldn't get together. It was against the law for them to get together, to gather. See, I'm only 2 generations from slavery. How am I supposed to act? Am I supposed to be a sucker duck? Bow down? My last name is King. My second cousin is B.B. King. I'm a descendant of Martin Luther King. How am I supposed to behave? I'm in Atlanta, Malcolm X. We made different over here. So on this Black Friday, if you're from the Black diaspora, it's our responsibility to support our brothers and sisters in business. If we want to change our path, our destiny, we got to participate in it. Can't ask for no handout. Ain't no more milkman. Mailman is delivering, what you call it? Junk mail, because most of y'all get direct deposits. Nobody delivering nothing. You got to go get it. So on this Black Friday, be intentional. And our neighbors, all ethnicities, we support. We go get Chinese food. We go get Mexican food. We go get American food. We spend money all over this community. We just want our neighbors to reciprocate. Y'all going to church on Sundays. Y'all Catholic, y'all Jews, y'all Muslims, y'all Christians. Y'all say that y'all, oh yeah, love God and love Jesus or David or Muhammad or whomever. But are you perpetuating what y'all prophets? Are y'all prophets racist also? I don't know. Are the prophets racist? Because the people that follow the prophets, I'm going to leave y'all alone this morning. 7:16. If you're a young person, if you're going to school, see, your teachers, your counselors, they got theirs. You go get yours. Don't let no one distract you from your education. It's the equalizer. I could walk in any door, Republican, Democrat, Caucasian, Black, Asian, Hispanic. I could walk in any door. You know why? Because I'm educated. Yes, I'm educated. Shouts out to Bryan High School, Lewis and Clark, King Science Center, Walnut Hill, Adams Elementary, Long School, Kellum, Bryan High. I think I said Lewis and Clark, and then Midland Lutheran College and from Fremont. Man, I got an education. Brags off my education. And for those that love school, brag off of it. Let them know where you go. See, we had school spirit. We had school jackets. We had actually school spirit. I don't know what's going on today. I'm encouraging our parents to get involved with the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association or Alliance, whatever they're. But the PTA, get involved with the PTA. What's wrong with having a good relationship with the teacher of your children? What's wrong with advocating for the teachers of your children? What's wrong with listening to the teachers of your children? What's wrong with helping the teachers of your children? I was a part of the PTA, baby. I was involved with my son. I knew the teachers. I knew their weaknesses. I knew their strength. I knew if they needed something. We supported each other peers' birthdays, his classmate birthdays. We got to get involved. We cannot sit on the sideline no more and have excuses. I got to do this. I got to do that. We all got to do something. No more excuses. No more excuses. I'm hearing too many stories of despair where we got young ladies, Black young ladies that I know of trying to commit suicide. They're dropping their kids off to their grandparents. To me, they're doing some foul stuff. Men, we cannot be absent any longer. Be purposeful. Like y'all going to jail. Like y'all getting up and putting victims. I'm going to hurt somebody. I'm going to rob somebody today. I'm going to rape somebody today. I'm going to kill somebody. Still to have that mindset. Having a different mindset. See, we do things over here different. See, when you boss your destiny, when you're not a follower, you do things, you walk your path differently. So I'm Book of Eli. You got to walk your own path. So we're going to be doing a press conference. Let me get this. I'm having a bad hair day, y'all. I'm having a bad hair day. You know, sometimes men do have bad hair days. You'll take up all the bathroom time. Get this stuff together. So try to get this Instagram stuff going. I think I got it. I'm trying to coordinate. So again, on this Black Friday, man, we got to be purposeful. We got to change our own destiny. I got a distress call. You know, we are a news agency. Also, we are a radio station, so we do report. I do report stuff that's happening in our community. Right now, you know, since they passed affirmative action against college admissions. I'll be right down, Phil. I'll be right back. Me get Phil.
SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I'm 6 years old, yes I am. I go to the park with my friends. I like to PLAY, cause it's summertime. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. 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 I've been sitting there in summer. I'm in Cali for the summer. I love my mama. I'm at the beach with Miss Amanda. Yes, I am.
It's orange.
SUNOUT. SUNOUT. That's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah. SAVANAH, that's my name, Savannah.
All right, her name is Savannah. I think, well, she's probably 8 years old now. She is a OPS student, I think. So, well, I know she's a student here in Omaha, without a doubt. On this beautiful Friday, got my man in the building, Phil Rooney. How you doing, brother Phil?
Doing pretty well. How you doing, William? Happy weekend, everyone. We made it one more time.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, man, I've been hearing, some stuff on the news. I do watch other sources, and
That's usually a good idea.
yeah, heck yeah. I heard on broadcast TV that there's a West Nile. There's been some reports of West Nile from your guys' office, as well as a new variant is still among us. Is that what you heard too?
No West Nile in Douglas County, other than a couple of travelers who we expect got it someplace else. No pools of none of the mosquitoes that we've captured in our trapping have turned up with West Nile.
Okay.
It's not a shock. It often gets here late. I know there's a lot of it across the state.
Okay.
But we have 2 human cases here from people who travel to areas where it is a little bit more prevalent. So certainly doesn't mean get let down your guard, because we certainly would expect to see some more. We'd be surprised if we don't see some cases before the end of the summer. But so far we have not. COVID, yes, COVID cases are on the increase. Our dashboard is going to start is in the process of getting updated, because when the emergency ended, we weren't getting all the reports we used to get. Now we're getting that information from other sources, and that will include the wastewater sampling and some hospital news. But we know there are more cases of West Nile, and what we're seeing is probably only a small portion of it because people test at home and then they stay home.
Right.
So, and people are less likely to get serious cases because a lot of people have been vaccinated or a lot of people have some immunity from other exposures. But it is still around. It will still make people sick. And since we stopped reporting the cases, I think it was the first part of May when we stopped our regular updates, we have had 6 more deaths that have been confirmed. Some of those may have gone back in time ways, but it is still making people sick and it will still take some lives. So COVID is definitely something to keep an eye on. West Nile, as we said, please avoid mosquito bites. Of course, it's going to be so hot this weekend. That'll probably help because people won't be outside doing a great deal, I would suspect. But if you are outdoors around dusk, after dark, it's a good idea to put on some repellent, long sleeve shirts, which are not going to be appealing at all when it's 105 in the heat index. So just something to be concerned. There are mosquitoes around. We haven't found any with West Nile yet. And it is not unusual that the first cases might show up around this part of the year or a little bit later. So we probably will have some. We don't have any yet. You were just checking your light outside your air quality monitor.
It was orange this morning as I came in.
Orange this morning means unhealthy for sensitive groups. So that is a concern for people out there. Unhealthy for sensitive groups means sensitive groups include people with heart or lung disease, older adults, and children. When conditions rise to the orange category, sensitive groups are advised to reduce prolonged or heavy exertion and avoid intense outdoor activities. Everyone else can remain active and adjust activity duration and intensity as needed. But once again, it is particles in the air from those large out of control wildfires to the north of us. I guess it seemed like there was a little less activity with that recently. Winds were not blowing in the direction to bring them to us, but that is changing. And so the combination of bad air quality for the next couple of days, next 2 or 3 days, along with the heat, is certainly something a person wants to be aware of if you're going to be exerting yourself outside. And I would point out that it is especially true for athletes who may not be ready to, whose bodies may not be ready to cope with both of those. We have our first high school football game tonight, don't we?
Yes, I know. We've got a big game too. I think Bellevue West and Central. Prep play tonight. I think I might slide over there.
That's in Bellevue, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might slide over there. Shouts out to the Burbs. We got fans over in Bellevue. My good friend of mine, his son is playing over there. He's a wideout. He's already signed with Nebraska, and so it's going to be some great competition on both sides on the ball tonight. So
yeah, Bellevue West appears to have a real talented team. The program is on a roll, I would say. There's a lot of good high school football around here. It'll be a lot busier week for high school football next week, and we're now inside 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks from last night. It'll be the Cornhuskers kickoff at Minnesota.
Yep. And then volleyball. Volleyball is bigger than football right now. So, we have, most of our volleyball all of them are nationally ranked.
Yeah, Creighton and Nebraska both in the top 20. Mm-hmm. In volleyball, I think Nebraska's tied for 5th. Creighton is tied for 18th. Mm-hmm. Creighton and Nebraska women's soccer teams played last night in their season opener. 2-2 tie.
Right. So the competition is here, baby. I love this season. I love going to school. I couldn't wait to get to school.
Kind of nice seeing those buses out there on the street. I'm sure there's some kids who are growling at us right now, but the parents are probably celebrating.
Heck yeah, without a doubt. Shouts out to the bus driver that's transporting our precious cargo.
Extremely important job.
So make sure you guys follow the rules out there. They have a stop sign on the side of the bus for a reason. Make sure we follow the rules out there today.
Yes, let's get through the. This would be nice to get through the school year without any accidents or injuries, which may be a difficult task, but let's set the bar high. We can do it.
Take off a little bit early. If you're late, you're gonna be late. So might as well be safe for yourself and others as we journey. They call accidents for a reason, and I know we can minimize them by just being a little bit more careful, a little bit more conscientious to each other. All right.
And be conscientious if you're going to be out this weekend. One thing that we have forgot to say, a couple of things that we always seem to say every week. If you're going to be out in the hot weather, be sure to hydrate, drink lots of water. That is the best thing to use when you're hydrating. And one way to slow down the spread of COVID-19 or any other disease, wash your hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without a doubt. Wash your hands. I mean, we can do a lot. Like I said, this is a participation game. Participation. We cannot retire on life, without a doubt.
And if you're concerned about the air quality, as we mentioned, let's remember you go to the Douglas County Health Department website, douglascountyhealth.com. Go down to the drop-down menu on the left-hand side. Click on air quality and get in there. You can get an updated reading, get the forecast, and get an overall look at the radar to see where there's smoke or other problems may be causing.
Mm-hmm.
There's smoke, there's a ground level ozone. More than one thing causes air quality problems, but we are concerned about the smoke, the contaminants from this, from the fires up north, and it is potentially a serious concern this weekend for next 3 days. So be aware of that. Take care of yourself and the folks around you.
All right. Make sure you guys stay hydrated over the weekend. I already cut my grass late last night, so it's kind of cool. I'm gonna probably go cut some more. I only got like half of it done before it got dark. So if you need to cut your grass, go do it now before it gets hot later today, or after it cools off later this evening. So might as well get prepared for the fall is coming. It's gonna be here next 40 days possibly.
May not
30
have
days.
too many more times to mow, although my grass really seems to be growing right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep mine thick over the winter time, thick grass. Man, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I know the Iowa State Fair is going on right now. Nebraska State Fair starts next week, I think. So make sure you guys.
And that's out in Grand Island, right?
Mm-hmm. Make sure you guys go pull up in Grand Island, y'all. Let's support one of our cities here in Nebraska by showing out. They're gonna have a wide range of activities. I think they're gonna have some bull riding out there. I think I might go out for the bull riding. I watched the PBR on TV. You see, we watch bull riding in Nebraska, baby. We're versatile. So, but they have bull riding and all that stuff out in Grand Island. Something I might pull up for that.
I never had a desire to participate in that sport.
Yeah, I just like to clap. I just like to clap.
That's probably the best way to go about doing that one. Yeah.
That's all I doing. It's kind of like football. I just like to clap. You know what I mean? I just like to clap. So, good luck to all those young men and young women playing volleyball. I know volleyball starts also tonight. I think we got some other sports starts this fall. Cross country. I ran cross country. So we will get shouts out to all the student athletes. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the parents and coaches that sacrifice to make those young people dreams come true. I was a young student athlete, and I still feel like I am, because when you got Giant Rogers around here and he's saying it's game day every day, I feel like I'm about to compete every day. But my body say I got to rest.
I was gonna say competed some things, but yeah, I need a little recoup time now and then physically.
So get out and do something, y'all. As Dr. Brown would say, 15 minutes of exercise till you sweat is good for your cardiovascular system. And so we use some big words this morning. Some
cardiovascular, very good.
Yeah. We use some big words this morning, y'all. But get out and move today. That's what I'm saying. Get out and move. It's so important. If you got some grandkids, go chase them. At least you're moving. Take them to the park. You can enjoy that peaceful time also. You got any plans this weekend?
I've got some plans, but yes, probably live music will be in those plans.
Live music. Yeah, that sounds good. There's a lot of live music going on, y'all. So support your local taverns. That's supporting.
We have the concert halls. We've got outdoor, there's just a lot.
Okay. Omaha's growing, y'all. We're going to be 1 million people pretty soon.
And don't we have a grand opening of the mall downtown, or a grand opening of something down connected to the new mall?
We seem
to have one opening after another.
Yeah, Lewis Hart Landing.
There's the area where they're going to have the sand volleyball courts right next to the Luminarium, and there's some other things down there. I
Okay.
think there's another event this morning announcing some of the openings down there.
Well, shouts out to our city officials for opening up the city. It's going to be great for tourism. Let's manifest our businesses, y'all, so we can take advantage of all this tourism. I'm telling you, Omaha is growing. I had a chance to talk to our senator in one of our meetings before we came to Senator Ricketts, and he talked about, because they own a pro team, and we're talking about when is Nebraska going to get a pro team?
We have 2 pro volleyball teams right now.
Right.
We have a pro baseball team. It's AAA. It's not major leagues, but that's a pro baseball team.
Yeah, we're talking
Pro
about
soccer team.
Yeah, we're talking about Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL.
We had an NBA team for a while, or part of one.
Kansas City Kings, and a lot of people don't remember that.
Yeah.
Brother Phil, I remember seeing Tiny Archibald playing for the Omaha Kansas City Kings. When
Yeah.
was that the year when I think that was the year when he led the league in scoring,
I think one of the leagues was the Kansas. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it led it in scoring and assists.
Yeah.
Got to see some other great players coming through here as well. I remember Connie Hawkins, the legend.
Yeah, George Gervin. I mean, just a lot of just different people that came through here.
Oh yeah.
So when I talked to the senator, we got to have 1 million people in a city to support one of those type of franchises. That's the population base. They own the Cubs, and so they have experience, with ownership. And if we're gonna get to that level, so it's coming, y'all.
Well, they're not going to move the Cubs here.
No, they're not gonna move the Cubs here. They're not gonna do that. You started that rumor, Phil, not me.
I think a lot of people were hoping that the Oakland A's would move here instead of Las Vegas, but
Oh, really?
yeah, I think there was some chatter about that and about how serious it was, or from anybody with any sort of authority. But that was something you would hear people talking about. Maybe it was just somebody's wish.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, that one isn't happening. I think baseball is going to be expanding.
Well, I'm telling you, y'all, have more babies. We need 200,000 more babies, and then we get to a population of 1 million. All right. I'm encouraging y'all. It's gonna be a new year. Make sure you guys go get your prenatal checkups. Also, the STIs. You guys still testing?
Oh yeah, we're testing. We have an outreach schedule. Just look on our website, douglascountyhealth.com. It's pretty easy to find. And that one, we also have the take-home tests, the at-home testing. Call. I don't have that number right at my fingertips, but call our office 402-444-7221, I believe, 7421, or look it up, Google it. But or just go to our homepage, douglascountyhealth.com. There's a button at home STI testing. Click on there, follow the instructions, get a test mailed to you. Be tested in the comfort of your home. No need to be, if you're embarrassed about going to someplace to get it tested, you don't have to worry about being embarrassed. You don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to change your schedule. They'll get it mailed to you, and you'll send it in, and you'll be called with the results and take it from there.
All right.
So,
all right, bro.
You could probably even have one mailed here.
To your house? Here?
Yeah, probably.
You
probably want it mailed to your house.
NOAA, North Omaha Area Health, they provide free health services also. If you are in need of food, we know we have Heart Ministry Center right down here on North 24th Street that have a pantry 6 days a week, as well as, we got the Omaha Food Bank, as well as we got a host another of churches that's giving out food.
Willie Hamilton, Black Men United, he has a pantry a couple days a month, and I've seen the lines for that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that tomorrow?
I think it is. Probably is tomorrow. Yeah, probably is tomorrow, because I think it was the last one was 2 weeks. Then he always doing pop-up giveaways.
Willie Hamilton does some great work in the community.
So make sure you guys stay in the 411. We'll try to keep you in the 411. No one needs to suffer in silence. If you need to talk to someone, 988 is the number where you can talk to someone. If you need services, domestic services on a local level, call 211. That's sponsored by United Way of the Midlands. And so no one needs to suffer in silence. No one needs to suffer in silence. Again, no one needs to suffer in silence. Bro, Phil, anything else?
I think we're good. Thank you for the time. Have a great, safe weekend, everybody.
We're gonna keep it rolling, y'all. Oh yeah, you know what? We always play music from my neighbors, and we're gonna continue that. Shiffy. Oh yeah, shout out to my DJ, Boss with us.
It's the world famous Shiffy. And it's your number one DJ, Mr. Soul. Yeah, she done cooked up in here. And it goes like. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know this how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I don't get involved. Look, make a call, he gon' get it all. Vacuum seal it, but we send it all. Yeah, I'm hot, no ethanol. Put a bag on his head, that's a problem solved. Ever get about a hater? No, not at all. Ever trust a trick? No, not at all. Hit a smooth lick when ain't got it all. Never ever been a worker, always been a boss. Catch me riding on my dolo. Trying to find a way to get some more dough. Oh, I think I found my mojo. And I ain't going broke no more. True. Got these little haters mad. Why? Cause I'm really, really in my bag. Right. Invest and make it double back twice. Just a youngin' living that fast life. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know this how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I don't get involved. It's that AAA hitter. My rolling like a skate figure. Right now you looking like a steak dinner. Better leave before we take you off that plate hitter. Oh, and you don't wanna go there. Look around, ain't no goofies in here nowhere. Ooh, look, shout out to my DJ. Couple shows hit the road on the freeway. Oh, they showing love like it's V-Day. Every day is lit like it's my B-Day. You know I had to do this thing the G-Way. Cause they gon' wanna hear this song on replay. Shout out to my DJ. We about to run the streets like a relay. All about my cheese like I'm Green Bay. Packages coming in like it's eBay. Oh, and we know this how to get it all. You gotta deal with playing, you know I get it all. Hit the block and make it somersault. If it ain't about money, then I don't get involved.
Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waist steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waist steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. I've been on the move, road running. Ain't on your calls for nothing. I've been on my grind, yeah. Can't kick it, baby. So I ain't got time. You said you love me. Would you still be if my money ain't right? Tell me the truth, baby. Talk to me nice. Think that I'm holding in the back of your mind. Chasing these millions, ain't chasing no dimes. Love won't pay the bills. Love like might get you pills. So I'm careful who deal with me. I'ma catch a case if you ain't really for me. Shooters even better drill for me. Fake love, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Gotta split the block, so I'm snitching these stitches. And if we get money, don't speak how we did it. Can't roll with nobody who ain't with it. If I f with you, we running up digits. Can't stop at 6 figures, I'm $1 million, baby. I can't be your little baby. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waist steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waist steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. I need somebody who really about it. My own shouldn't drive, I carry my blade. They running their lips, but ain't really on shit. I told you once, don't speak what I did. It's a dead mouse in the trap. You play with my cheese, you display. That's how you silence a rat. You making noise, tell the truth, you ain't speaking the facts. Babe, I'm gonna keep it 100. Would you rather have me tell you a lie? Giving you options, you won't love me or not. Hold on to the thought while I handle this drive. Babe, I was gonna be right back. You didn't understand that. I had to hang up these racks. I'm not your typical catch. I like rich sex in the back of the Phantom. Stars on the ceiling, it's not a rental. Been a long day, me good, how you been, boo? Ain't tryna argue about these. Stay busy on the road. You see that I'm here with you. No, I ain't tryna argue about. Stay busy on the road, you know. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waste steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. Baby, I'm hot like summer. Yeah, I'ma do what I wanna, waste steady. Tryna wipe it down. I'm getting money right now. Need no love ties holding me down. Holding me down. You know, love ties that's holding me down. If I run it up, you gon' stick around. If I run it up, you gon' be around. You know, love ties that's holding me down. Scandy. Love me, hold me tonight. Heart rate racing on high. Ooh. When I wake up in the morning, you're all I see. When you hold your arms around me, I feel complete. You love me and you love me. I feel love. Do you understand? I feel love over and over again. Lately, things been alright. Yeah. Candy, probably 'cause of our fight. Oh yeah. And I can't ignore the fact that you're mine. Oh yeah. And I plan to spend the rest of our lives. You love me and you love me. I feel love. Did you understand? I feel love over and over again. Heart rate racing on high. Candy, love me, hold me tonight. When you hold your arms around me, I feel complete. When I wake up in the morning, you're all I see. But you love me and you love me. I feel love. Don't you understand? I feel love over and over again.
Oh yeah, Omaha, the Birds of Bluffs. Make sure you guys have a beautiful Friday. We got a guest coming through. I want to give shouts out again for Brother Phil for give us an update on our health qualities here in Dulles County, metro area. Boss women. Stephanie Boyd.
From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all worthwhile. How do I tell you? So I creeping on the go. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see? We were made for each other. It's plain to see, it's destiny. We made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I write a 4-page letter. Me and you was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Ooh. So I creeping on the low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm right, a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, was in love like it was the 90s again. You and me was in love like it was the 90s again. Oh.
In my pen, there's a misunderstanding. Just read it again. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding. Just read it again. I wrote you a note about it. exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again, yeah. Read it again. I wrote you a note about it, just read it again, yeah. Just read it again. I know that this ain't about your way to get out what I really wanna say. I know that you'd figure out something slick you could use just to make me wanna stay. I can't even look at your face, so I thought of a way I could still sing my part. Girl, just play it and safe. I'ma give us the space that you already created. I hate it, we never compromise. But then we lay it on top of all the lies. And I don't see why you're here if you ain't about the life. I picture you didn't notice the day the flower died. Oh yeah, exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. So I wrote you a note about it. Exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again. Read it again. Wrote you a note about it. Read it again. Read it again. I tried my best to work with you. You think it don't, but it hurts me too. You're not in this all by yourself. In no time, you're with somebody else. Act like you care. Don't act like I wasn't there. None of my feelings were spared. Trouble is all in the air. All in the air. I really wasn't prepared. You gave me all of the reason for taking it there. You know about it. Exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding. Just read it again. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding. Just read it again. So I wrote you a note about it. Exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding. Just read it again. Read it again. Read it again. Wrote you a note about it. Read it again. Read it again.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. All the music that we play is from the Burbs, the Bluffs, the O. We actually love our neighbors. You know what I mean? Somebody talk about it. They pray about it. But here at 95.7 The Boss, we about it. You know, we put action behind the words. They said prayer without works is dead. So we actually put action behind it. And we like to brag off our neighbors. Oh, yeah, without a doubt, we like to brag off our neighbors. And you know how sometimes our neighbors are stars. Yes, they stars, y'all. They got their own noun, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, oh, yes, and predicates. I got a star in the house, and she represents other stars that provide conduits of support for others. They're part of the 211 system I just talked about. A lot of these organizations are part of 211. Shouts out to United Way in the Midlands for bringing all these collection of intelligent wealth and and an abundance of giving. This is just another organization. Is a mirror organization. This is a reflection of what's happening, of the great need here in our community. And we are mammals. Oh, yeah, we're mammals. And all mammals need mammals. We need each other. That's why I keep telling y'all, what's the best system? We talked about it on Monday. Not capitalism, not communism, not socialism. The best system is mutualism. Oh yeah, it's a system that. Oh yeah, it's a system that we need each other. It's a system that if I help you, it helps me. That is the kind of system that we should be advocating for. I know y'all going to church on Sunday. Pray for mutualism. Pray for it. I'm telling you, if it's kind of like the Amish. Shouts out to the Amish. Shouts out to our neighbors. You know, if I need a barn, come on, y'all. Come on and help me build my barn. If I need my car fixed, come on, the mechanics, come on over and let's solve this together. That's the type of organization that this young lady represents. They bring a collection of intelligent wealth and woman and manpower to bring solutions to problems. Simple and plain. You know, we elementary over here. I love grade school. I didn't pay no bills when I was in elementary school. If you were in K preschool through 6th grade, shouts out to you. Oh yeah, I know you ain't paying no bills. I want to go back just for one day. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. We'll get right into a dialogue because you know she like to smile. We like to bring smiles to you because you know one thing they do is they share. And that's the main quality I look for anyone that's around in my circle is that they share knowledge, whatever it is, as long as they share. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me, William.
We appreciate you. I had to, you know, once I got the email, I said, well, let's make this happen because it is National Nonprofit Day. We are a nonprofit. Our radio station, we are 501c3. And, you know, we give a lot of support also. We're part of that 211 system also. And so we want to advocate all the great work that all these nonprofits, these unsung heroes that put in the work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We want to make sure that they get their flowers, you know, while they're alive.
Because they're not always seen.
Yeah,
Right? They're doing the work.
Always doing it. Always doing it.
Right.
24/7. Like I said, unsung heroes, without a doubt, period. So what's going on? Tell us a little bit more of what's going on with the National Nonprofit Day. Are you guys planning anything, any big concerts or is it just the awareness and making sure that we support our neighbors?
Well, it's the awareness. And just like you said, our neighbors in the community, nonprofits are doing the work 24/7, every minute. And so we're celebrating what they're doing every day.
Okay.
So no need for us to create new events. They already are doing the work and have events. And
Right.
So Teresa Martison, Share Omaha, and National Nonprofit Day, August 17th. But we keep celebrating all year long. Started
doubt.
yesterday, August 17th. And the best way to celebrate nonprofits is to celebrate the local work of nonprofits, right?
Right.
And celebrate what they're doing. So that can mean learning about what they're doing, just simply learning about what they're doing. That starts the community to be involved in. And then the donations, of course. But there's so many ways to celebrate what nonprofits are doing in the metro, in our local, bring the National Nonprofit Day local. Event participation, we have Shop for Good, item wish list. So I'd love to go through those
Go ahead.
today because, like you said, the mutualism and help each other. The help comes back. We just working together. So I'll just go through. ShareOmaha.org is a great way to search for ways to celebrate National Nonprofit Day. And depending where you're at in life and how much time you have and where your heart is. You can search Shop for Good. You can search how to donate. You can search simple volunteering. You can search events. And William and I had talked about you don't have to leave your home to volunteer.
Right.
There's nonprofits who need your heart to write inspiration cards or things like that. So I'd love to kick off with Shop for Good.
Okay.
So I don't know about you, but sometimes if I've got some money to spare, it's like I really like knowing exactly where my money will go.
Right.
So that's what Shop for Good is for. You just click on Shop for Good, and there you get your wish list items. So check this out. I looked at all this yesterday. Looked again this morning. So
Mhm.
the Global Leadership Group is working to restore 24th Street.
Okay.
Right here where we are. And if you go to Shop for Good, simple. They need tools. Just
Okay.
tools, simple, help out, clean up items. And then if it's like, well, not so much dollars, but gosh, I can sure donate my time,
Right.
join one of their committees and just volunteer. There's also, Restoration Wings for women. Their shop for wish list items is books.
Okay.
Books that are extremely helpful for women who are self-discovery and empowerment and get
Mhm.
back on their feet.
Right.
If you check out their home wish list, they need heaters and fans. Fans, we know right now we're looking at, triple
Right.
digits this weekend,
Mhm.
but winter will be here before we know it. Just heaters. So using your dollars for real tangible goods. So
Mhm.
those are just some examples of the
And then-
shop for wish list items.
And then
Yeah.
also, if you have those items downstairs, just gain it dust because you got 2 or 3 of them.
Yes.
It's all about sharing,
Yes.
and that's the name of the organization. Sometimes
Yes.
it's about sharing, y'all.
Yes.
The simple thing is sharing, and like I said, Global. We have helped them partner on 24th Street where they clean, so they just need like a rake or shovel. I know we got extra ones in our garage. So sometimes another man wastes someone else's treasure.
That's right. That's right. So right on is with sharing, because we also have gently used item link.
Okay.
So I just cleaned out my garage. So instead of guessing, I'll just take this to this nonprofit.
Mm.
No, just go to our gently used items link. Oh, there will be a list of which nonprofit needs how many rakes when.
Right.
And, for example. So great point. What do we have in our own homes?
Right.
We know we can share. I know I have plenty, right? So yeah, so that link is there and that just streamlines it. So
Right now, and it helps get rid of the clutter in your house.
that's right. And that feels good. Yeah.
I mean, it's a God certified. If you need a God point, if you need a brownie point for God,
Yes, that's right.
share.
Yes.
That's it.
Share.
It doesn't cost us anything, y'all.
No.
And you get a brownie point for God.
Right. So yeah, so there's the gently used items and then the shop for good. Other ways to, of course, we all hear, donations, support your nonprofit,
Mhm.
but there's so many other ways to help a nonprofit's bottom line. You can add to their bottom line simply by volunteering.
Okay.
One volunteer hour is the equivalent of $29.95. Adds to a nonprofit's bottom line. That's
Wow.
pretty cool. And then we all know in the process we're sharing our time,
Mhm.
but we're also going to learn something too.
Mhm.
And that's cool. So some ideas for volunteering, and then we'll get to event participation, which
Mhm.
even in the next 2-3 weeks, there are so many things going on. Like I said, we didn't need to create a new event to celebrate National Nonprofit Day. The nonprofits are doing the work. They have some great events to get involved in.
Okay.
So we'll go to volunteering. All right. School has started. If you go to shareomaha.org, you can check, maybe you need some volunteer hours for National Honor Society, or you're the volunteer coordinator for your lacrosse team, sports team,
Mhm.
dance teams. Driving in this morning, going past Central High School, I'm like, yep, school's in session.
Yeah.
A lot of the activities are starting. So what about those volunteer activities? What a great way to bond, to have team bonding with your sports team, with your academic team, what have you. So check that out, because you can search age appropriate, like,
Mhm.
this is appropriate for 14 to 18,
Right.
and we've got neighborhood associations. Share Omaha gets calls from neighborhood associations wanting to, I want to get to know my neighbors better. What's a thing to do? Volunteer together.
Okay.
We'll help you out with that, right? So there's some things to get real clear. Here's some ideas to volunteer time. Cake for kids. Just bake a cake. This is a good
Right.
summer thing when your kids say, I'm bored. When your kids tell you they're bored, well, you got something for them to do, right? But here's a great idea. So Cake for Kids is a nonprofit that just posts, hey, this child, here's this, his or her name, birthday's coming up. I know how expensive birthday cakes are by the time you're planning the whole birthday party. Bake a
Mhm.
cake, So how great you can't have a birthday without a cake. So being someone in the community that can bake a cake for a family and then it's delivered, or for a little kid, I mean, no
Right.
birthday's complete without that. So Cake for Kids. We've got Learning for All is a great nonprofit for, you can either volunteer for, and they have events throughout the year too, but focused on life skills, adult education. It's all free. Get your GED. John and team work on that. World Speaks. If you haven't heard of World Speaks, Leah and what she does with World Speaks, 28 languages of interpretation and translation. But here's what's beautiful and important about community work and mutualism. Interpreting and speaking also empowers those that are advocating. And
Right.
if you're advocating, but you have a language barrier, well, there's 28 opportunities to filter through and interpret. And that's what World Speaks offers. So advocating for hunger, for housing, all of that throughout the year, and especially, pre-legislative session and things like that. So think about that, right? There's other ways to get involved. Volunteering, if your heart is for the military, but you're not able to leave home. Salvation Army, just simple letter writing to the military. If you have family in the military or have served, you know how important that letter is from someone in the community or overseas, right? So those are some volunteer ideas. I could go on and on, but we've also got some events too, if you're interested in some events coming up.
Yeah, what's coming up? Well, anything coming up this weekend, tomorrow, or tonight?
Tonight. Oh, you stumped me.
What?
I've got something. So I've got some things next week.
Okay, what's going on
I
next
might
week?
have something tomorrow.
Okay.
We've got something this Sunday, the 20th.
Okay.
So the Omaha Mobile Stage, the
Okay,
Jean Leahy
yeah.
Mall from
Okay.
5 to 8 p.m. Great way to see what the Omaha Mobile Stage does. It's creative placemaking for artists and great community event. It's free. Jean Leahy Mall, 5 to 8 p.m. Great way to celebrate nonprofits and the work that nonprofits that aren't always seen because they're too busy doing the work, right? So great way to support there. Next week, we got some exciting things. So next Friday, the In Common Affordable Housing Block Party. Next Friday, August 25th.
Okay.
Great way to learn about what they're doing, support your community, find out what it's about. And I'll bet you they might be some volunteer needs to help too.
Right.
Intercultural Senior Center's having their World Bash next Thursday, late afternoon. And I also just looked this morning. If you love the arts, also want to be part of that community and really get involved, they're looking for a board member. So there's another way to celebrate and support nonprofit. National Nonprofit Day. What a great way to support and drive the mission of a nonprofit. So North American Music and Arts is looking for a board member. All this information is on shareomaha.org. And then another great one, William, I love talking about all of these, but the Epic for Girls, another way to support. Go to their events, fundraising events. You don't have to make major donations. Just being there and supporting and learning is amazing. Epic for Girls has their luncheon September 14th. Get a load of this. They are featuring Dawn Staley.
Okay. I heard about that.
Hello, what? So, Hall of Fame player, South Carolina coach.
Yeah, just won national championship 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's got a few Olympic gold medals, right?
Yeah, she's a hooper too. Yeah, she's a hooper. I've watched her. I watched her career.
So
watched her
she's the
career.
speaker, Epic for Girls, September 14th, their luncheon.
Well,
And
I
then-
need to be your guest on that one. I'm trying to be in the building on that one.
Right. So, and then after the luncheon, they're having a mini sports clinic. So again, doing the work,
Okay.
and getting kids involved. So those are some events. August 26th, not tomorrow, Saturday, but next Saturday, 75 North, the Highlander Community Day. I love everything that's going on at the Highlander and, 75 North. It's their community day, 10 to 4. You can either attend and celebrate or volunteer. They need people to greet folks and families, monitor the bounce houses. That
Right.
can get out of control, right? When my kids were little, I remember, right?
Okay.
Assemble tents. So Highlander needs us too. Gosh, there's so many. Of course, it's that time of year too. We're getting into more fundraising and want to get those golf event fundraisers in before the weather goes, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of that too, William.
Yeah, transition to fall. There's still a host of outdoor events going on because a little cooler, starting to get a little cooler.
Yeah.
and just that transition of leaves and just the beauty of fall. We from Nebraska, baby. We get all 4 seasons here.
Right.
Without
And we
a doubt.
love the change. It
Mhm.
just takes us a while to get used to it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep that list, and I'll keep
Yeah.
reminding you guys of the host of activities that's gonna be happening with local nonprofits where you can get involved.
Mhm.
I know a lot of us need community service hours. It'd be a great opportunity to go volunteer and take advantage of not only satisfying your need, but also helping out a neighbor.
That's right.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
Without a doubt. So also I wanted to, and you mentioned a little bit about the what's the organization that deals with all the languages?
Oh, World Speaks.
Rural Speaks. Right now, God has put on my heart through the FCC, Federal Communication Commission. They have opened up a new window for new radio stations all across America. Similar to our station, we're at about 26 watts. But with our 26 watts, we still reach 700,000 people, according to the FCC. We have made a difference in our community. Where we've been able to provide low-cost advertising, or we call it underwriting, for small business people. You could advertise for $100, $200 in some cases. But also we work with big organizations to get their message out, because they want to make sure that those that's on the grassroots area part of the community also is a part of that community. I deal with the deaf and the blind, because sometimes y'all forget about the sick and shed in. But I grew up under Reverend Kelly over at Greater New Hope Baptist Church, and so we learned early that we must share.
Mhm.
And so that's why it's already a great connection, because this is what I learned in Hilltop Projects when my mom sent me over to our neighbor, because we knew our neighbors. Now people are trying to get to know their neighbors for butter or sugar, and we kept our word. Our word was bond. We didn't need a contract, and so we had a wholesomeness of really respect and love for our neighbors, in which we need to get back to. Share is one of those organizations that bring a collection of different people of different ethnicity, different background, different religions, and political affiliation. They all bring them all together in a pot and stir them all up.
That's right.
And
do good.
And to do good, no matter what background, where they come from, what they've been through, in order to help each other out. We got to make sure that we continue to support nonprofits. We got to make sure that we put pressure on our elected officials to make sure that when dollars come down from opera or any other government, that is spread out over all the nonprofits. Sometimes the little guy get left out because of the big nonprofit, but the little guy is actually doing a lot of work, even though they're little. And we can't forget those little small nonprofits, because I was one of them, and we have grown. And if I didn't get the support and support, we wouldn't be around today. Everybody starts out little, y'all. Don't forget that.
Right.
That's why we have preschool and kindergarten, because they little.
That's right. And yeah, exactly.
We start out little.
We do. We start out little.
Daycare, we're going to go further little than that.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? We're going back to the hospital, y'all, to birth. We're going back to the nursery. Little, y'all.
Right.
And then we grow to where we can talk and communicate and comprehend. Never forget about yesterday. Never forget about being little. All right?
Yeah, the little, that's to that point for nonprofits, there's so many. And what about the smaller ones? You know, you love the arts. What about the Great Plains Black History Museum? What about Hot Shops? What about the Bluebird Cultural Initiative?
Right.
And William, you mentioned, the station and being a 501c3 and just a little bit with donations. One thing to think about too is, it's August. If the company you work for offers employee donation match and you haven't leveraged that yet, do it. What better time to do it now?
Right.
There's companies in Omaha that do up to $500 per employee.
Wow.
So let's think about that.
Yes.
1-to-1 match. So think about, you mentioned supporting the station. That's a 501c3, and the message creating here and getting the word out about community. $100 turns into $200. $50 is simply turning into $100. So, or if you've already donated but you haven't turned in your receipt to the company to do that match, turn
Right.
that receipt in.
Yes.
Don't let that go to waste. That's how you multiply those dollars. And think of it this way too. $1 feeds 3 people.
Mhm.
So, in those kind of terms, you think, gosh, $5 won't make a difference. Oh yeah, well,
It can.
15 people. And multiplying that.
Without a doubt.
So just wanted to mention that too. That's always something to keep in mind. Make sure if the company you work for
Mhm.
has that employee donation match, and even $10 for the small nonprofits and big ones goes a long way. So
Without a doubt. So
there's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so shouts out to the corporation that work in hand in hand with the nonprofits, because it's a mutualism relationship. We need
Mhm.
each other. We need each other.
Mhm.
Also, I mentioned the FCC, Federal Communication Commission. They have released an open window for new radio stations all across America, and all you need is a nonprofit. It could be a 501c3, or it can just be a simple state nonprofit. And now you can apply for those open licensing that's going to be coming available. I've been through the process. We're going to be celebrating 9 years on the air. I had the experience. And then also, I go to Washington, D.C. to lobby. I just got back from Washington, D.C. With meeting congressional Black leaders. I'm going back in another few weeks to finish up those meetings with those congressional Black leaders and other national business leaders, so we can get this message across that these nonprofits need to apply for these licensings, these construction permits. There's going to be a wealth of opportunities in rural Nebraska. This is our area, baby. I got to talk about our area, rural Nebraska and rural Iowa. There's going to be even some frequency open in Omaha. I already did my research, man. We smart over here, for real. We smart over here. And one of our smartness is by collaborating, working with others. And so got a team to make sure that our consultant team can make sure that your application is put in the best competitive position. I'm an All-American. I'm a Hall of Famer. I love to compete. And my main man, Lee Terry, who's our former congressman, went to Northwest High School. Shouts out to the Huskies. Ruff. He's on our team. He wrote the legislation. He's right here from Omaha. He and I together are going to work with applications all across the land to create diverse voices from all ethnicities, religions, tribal groups, etc., etc. We want to make sure we diversify the voices of our community. It's only going to be better. We just can't listen to ABC and believe. We got to have diverse tools of information. And having a nonprofit and you owning your own radio station, now you can be the conduit and have the opportunity to raise funds on a consistent basis, but also be a conduit for other nonprofits in your community to help them grow. So it's been, God's put this on my heart. He's put it on my mission to tell as many nonprofits, as many diverse groups as possible that we need to get these licensing, just like I have. We're the boss for a reason. We create our own dialogue. The only rule that we got to follow is from the FCC is that we do not lie, incite a riot, or get on here and use profanities. It's very, easy rules to follow. We all got to follow rules. And so, but the main thing we've been able to do is to share the mic with others, where we reach 700,000 people. And I know for a fact, because I receive it when I'm out in the community, that we've made a difference. We want other nonprofits also to have their own voice, because it costs a lot of money to advertise on commercial stations. It costs, and they're not going to give you their time to interview local business on a daily basis. They're not going to play your PSAs during prime time. That's just reality. Their bottom line is money. Our bottom line is community, and then the money will come. See, that's the God way to do it. You give and then you receive. All right. So give me a call, 402-714-6482. If your organization want to apply for one of these licenses, if you want to create your own radio station. and do what we do here is to manifest and create opportunities for the next generation. Teresa, anything else that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure that we get across?
Gosh, there's so much. But bottom line, you have 700,000. You talked about the 700,000. We have more than 700 nonprofits on the ShareOmaha.org platform.
Okay.
And just like you said, William, communicating what's important in community, the importance of what you do. And when you learn what the needs are in the what the needs in the community, you learn more. We all become more engaged.
Without a
So
doubt.
first step is listen, learn, check out what's out there. Listen what William says.
Well,
So,
I'm God
Yeah.
loving, and God said we're destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And I looked at that. It's actually that's a problem stories. And I remember back in school when we first had a problem story. I said, "How can you get a math out of a problem story? It's a paragraph
right.
with words, but it's actually a mathematical equation." And so God said we are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. So to me, that's the equation. So that means that we need to provide more knowledge so there's less destruction. This is what these radio stations will do. By sharing knowledge, there'll be less destruction. We don't die because of lack of dollars, y'all. It's because of lack of knowledge, a lack of the ability to know something that's going to benefit mutually benefit both of us. Because if it's helping you, it's going to help me.
Mhm. And we can keep learning, keep learning. We will always learn. So you learn about the community. We know what the needs are, and that ties right into what you're saying. So just keep learning.
All right, all
So,
right.
Yeah.
One sign of that was this past weekend. Shouts out to the mayor for bringing the parade for Terrence Crawford. It brought all ethnicities in the city together. It's the first parade that I've been involved where it wasn't for a specific religion or a specific holiday or a specific ethnicity. No, this is actually a love thy neighbor event where we're appreciating our neighbor for acknowledging Omaha every time he goes into battle. And he acknowledged Omaha to the fullest, and Omaha reciprocated that love. And we want to thank downtown and all the politicians and all the volunteers, because it took volunteers.
That's right.
Volunteers. And it took a lot of sharing for all those that came together and showed love to our neighbors. You just saw the eyes on of those young people, of the hope. If he can do it, I can do it. And then you can see the eyes of the older people who said, "Well, dang, my sacrifice wasn't in vain." I can see a young person coming up and being who is she or who he should be. That's what I saw during that parade. It was it's a ripple, just like the name of Omaha. We go against the current, baby. Omaha means to go against the current. It's only one O-N-E, baby. It's only one Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Tupelo, Mississippi. You get second. But it's only one Omaha, Nebraska. We go against the current. We do things different here, without a doubt. And so make sure you guys support. Go to Share Omaha.
ShareOmaha.org.
Make sure you guys, they got a collection of 700 nonprofits where you can get involved and solve, some of our problems in our community. It's going to take all of us together. And remember, if everybody did a little, a lot would get done.
It's true.
Anything else before we get out here? You want to recap? Any recap what's going on? How we get in contact with you? How we can get involved with Share Omaha? How can we get involved with Share Omaha, the organization that's coordinating all these
to get involved with
nonprofits?
Share Omaha as an organization, the best way is to go to the website and learn. You can search, because our nonprofit serves nonprofits.
Right.
So the best way to support Share Omaha is to support the nonprofits we serve by learning.
Mhm.
So ShareOmaha.org, like you said, when you search, you can search by things you care about. You can search by skills-based. Or, do I want to volunteer from home? Grab and go volunteering. We mentioned the Shop for Good. You can also search we had mentioned board needs. You can search, gosh, I'd like to maybe be part of a committee or a board. You can search that through shareomaha.org. That's how you can get involved with Share Omaha. Another thing too, you can search is, usually every month there's a special focus. So start thinking, you talked about different ways and ways to think differently. So we've got coming up in September, and you can check this out on shareomaha.org. What's related to Hunger Action Month? And hunger just isn't immediate hunger need, but it's also, what about food waste? How about rescuing food? How can I help in that? Saving grace, food rescue, empowering for growth, teach to grow, therefore address food insecurity, food desert, no more empty pots, whispering roots. Check that out at shareomaha.org. We've got Hispanic Heritage Month coming up. That starts in September. Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, way to support kids. If you hadn't heard, or done that before, that's another way to support kids. And then you had mentioned the season's changing, William. Makes me think of fall and some good, nice walks with my dogs.
Right.
It is National Guide Dog Month in September.
Okay.
And we had talked about the importance of that with someone who is experiencing possibly some developmental issues, or you had mentioned, with sight and hearing, National Guide Dog Month. So let's help support our animals and our pets. There's so many ways I could go on forever. So thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great work. Come back, let us keep us informed of what's going on. A lot of those organizations are part of the 211 system. It'd be nice to even highlight some of those hardworking ladies and gentlemen, but that's been behind the scenes. So make sure you guys go to shareomaha.org, shareomaha.omaha, SHAR. They spell E. They spell it share, like omaha.org. And you can help out your neighbor without a doubt. It is 8:33, y'all. We want to make sure that you guys enjoy your day today. It's going to get a little bit warmer. Right now, it's still cool. It's about 63 degrees. It's going to be sunny today. I want to say hello to everybody that's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you missed the show, please go back and check it out. Phil Rooney was on earlier, gives a health report, and now we have Share Omaha talking about all the great nonprofits here in the metro area. So if you need anything, 211 is the number you also can call for anything that's domestic and emergency situation. They can handle everything. And a list of all the agencies are involved with Share Omaha too. And so we are a very giving community. I know it's tough sometimes, but this is a very giving community. I'm telling you, no one has to suffer in silence. Please do not suffer in silence based off you worry about someone talking about you. Let them talk, because one day they're gonna need help. We mammals. Everybody gonna need some help at one time. We're mammals. We're not solitary. We're not a bear. No, we mammals. Well, I think a bear is a mammal. Yeah, bear's a mammal. Sorry about that, bear. We'll keep you in the family. But we stick together, y'all. We stick together, and one of the things we do is that we feed each other. And that's with not only with nourishment from our rural brothers and sisters, but also with knowledge. And so we need each other. So be purposeful today. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. I know the Nebraska State Fair is starting. Iowa State Fair is going on right now. So get out and enjoy the great music, the food this weekend. Make sure you can continue to practice great hygiene. There is a note under the surge of corona. One of the best ways is to wash our hands. If you're feeling sick, stay home. I know there's a great immunity buildup, but at the same time, let's continue to take precautions for our most vulnerable population, our elderly and our young. I'm going to take a musical break real quick, and we're going to be right back with y'all.
exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again, yeah. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. I wrote you a note about it, exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again, yeah. Read it again. I wrote you a note about it, just read it again, yeah. Read it again. I know that this ain't a mature way to get out what I really wanna say. I know that you'd figure out something slick you could use just to make me wanna stay. I can't even look at your face, so I thought of a way I could still sing my part. Just play it and safe. I'ma give us the space that you already created. I hate it, we never compromise. But then we lay it on top of all the lies. And I don't see why you're here if you ain't about the lies. I'm giving you it and notice the day the power died. About it. Exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. So I wrote you a note about it, exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again. Yeah, wrote you a note about it. Read it again, yeah. Read it again. I tried my best to work with you. You think it don't, but it hurts me too. You're not in this all by yourself. In no time, you're with somebody else. Act like you care, act like you don't act like I wasn't there. None of my feelings were spared. Trouble is all in the air, all in the air. I really wasn't prepared. You gave me all of the reasons for taking it there. You know about it. Exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Read it again. Read it again. There's a misunderstanding, just read it again. Oh, I wrote you a note about it, exhausted my pen. There's a misunderstanding.
When I look in your eye, it's really no surprise. The tingle in my spine. You give me butterflies. You take me to cloud nine. I'm on a super high. I like the way you hold it down. From the way you walk to the way you talk. Sweet like a kiss on the collarbone. It turns me on. At times I can't take it. I can't even fake it. It's true. You give me chills. You give me chills. Where I feel this can't be. My time is for you. You give me butterflies inside. Such a wonderful sensation. It's what I feel with you. You give me butterflies inside. It's your smile, it's your style, it's your face, it's the way that you do what you do, makes me want you. You give me butterflies inside my heart is racing from anticipation, patiently waiting for you. You give me butterflies inside. Ooh, you give me chills. Way I feel this can't be real. My time is for you. You give me butterflies inside. Ooh, it's such a thrill, wonderful sensation is what I feel with you. You give me butterflies, 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 butterflies. Ooh, you give me butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. Push on, push on, push on. Baby, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, come on, give me slowly, cha cha cha. So baby, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, push on, cha cha cha. Ain't nobody do me like you. They can't put it down like you do. So baby, take your time. This is how you can hit. Savor this pretty thing. Yeah, all I need is you. You're the one I choose. Baby, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, come on, give it to me, slowly, cha cha cha. So baby, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, push on, cha cha cha. If I put my body on you, would you rock my body? Will you? Too much of me can be bad or good. You ready for that, my boo? I can intoxicate you. I'm addictive, so are you really ready? Don't never lay, yeah. I go get you, take, yeah. Baby, any day, yeah. Baby, anywhere. Boy, you know that I'm never late. I go give you, take, baby, any day, or anywhere. Baby, give it to me, cha cha cha. Baby, come on, give me slowly, cha cha cha. So baby, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, push on, cha cha cha. So baby, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, come on, give me slowly, cha cha cha. So baby, give it to me, cha cha cha. So baby, push on, cha cha cha. Push on me. Ain't nobody do me like you. Push on me. Would you watch my body, will you?
Hey, what's up? Omaha, the Birds of Blood. Shouts out my man James Snow. He's the brother that actually built our internet infrastructure in Macy, Nebraska. We're gonna be working on some big things coming here in Omaha soon. We'll be making a big announcement. Man, I've been working hard behind the scenes, y'all. Hard behind the scenes. We got to go hard in the paint, y'all, because if we don't do it, who's gonna do it? So we gotta have support for those that's trying to do great things, without a doubt. So if anyone's interested in starting their own radio station like we have here at 95.7, it doesn't make a difference where you are in the world, or in the country. We can help you obtain those licensing. Already been through the process, already got the national contacts, already got attorneys, already have engineers. Now it's time to get those interested nonprofits, tribal organizations, government entities, educational institutions that want to apply. You can apply now. We can walk you through that process from A to Z, and we can make sure that your application is on a competitive level. Without a doubt, baby. Without a doubt. So if you want to have a greater opportunity to make sure that your application is competitive, you got to come with our team. Without a doubt. I've been there, done it, already advocated, already lobby in front of the FCC. It's about relationships and who you know in regards to making sure that you have professional entities that's putting together those applications. That's my mission. The following window is coming open November 1st through November 8th. It only lasts for 1 week. So we got to take advantage of starting your own radio stations. And the only thing that you need is a nonprofit. It doesn't even have to be a 501c3. It can be a state nonprofit. Our goal here with the Boss Consulting team is to make sure that we get your application over the finish line. So give me a call, 402-714-6482. I really am advocating a foreign language radio station because we have a lot of new immigrants here in Omaha. And if you speak a foreign language in any other community, give me a call, 402-714-6482. Don't do it right now. I'm on air. I'll be off air in about another 10 minutes. But give me a call, leave me a voicemail, or text me. You can text me right now, 402-714-6482. If you know someone that runs a nonprofit, I don't care where they are. It could be Arizona, Minnesota, Florida, Wichita, wherever they are, let me know if they want to start their own radio station for their community. We have made a difference in our community. I'm the boss for a reason, baby. It's because we own our own platform. No one believed that I was going to be able to do it. No one believed. I only had a few believers. And I'm telling you, if you're on a journey, only a few people are going to believe you. But I'm letting you know, you gotta persevere. You gotta continue to take that step. God has to take 2 steps. They say it couldn't be done. They always want to tie you to someone else's failure because someone else didn't do it. Or you can't do it because someone else can't do it. I heard all that from my so-called leaders here in Omaha. Black, white. I went to both. Rich white and rich black. and they said no. But you know who said yeah? God did. That's who said yeah, God did. But I was prepared. You got to be prepared. You got to be ready. So I'm trying to get you ready. We're going to get you prepared. So you be in the best bag, but the bag is health. That's the bag. The bag is health. But also, we got to use our constitutional rights. Our ancestors died for it. Blood, sweat, and glory. So on this Black Friday, of course, if you're from the Black diaspora, it's our responsibility to, again, we appreciate everybody on Instagram. Is that Golden Child a rapper that be kicking all that knowledge? Again, if you know anyone that does music, anyone that's in that field that want to control their own content, that want to run their own radio station, have them get in contact with me. We have a consultant team that will take you through the application process. We'll connect you with an attorney to make sure we will have your application evaluated before we submit it to the FCC, and we will make sure that you get connected with the right radio engineers that are respected, so we can get your application on a competitive level. It's based off of a point system. And if you've been doing work 2 years prior to November 1st, 2023, if you've been doing 2 years prior, you're going to get an extra community point. It's all about who's been doing the work, who's going to get these licensings. So you got to have a nonprofit. You can't be an individual and apply for these licenses. You got to have a nonprofit. This legislation came under Lee Terry. Lee Terry is our former congressman here in Nebraska. He wrote the legislation that changed the game. Again, God said that we were destroyed because of lack of knowledge. That means all knowledge is based off of communication. We have to own our own platforms. There's no if or buts. There's no way around it. And if we want to develop conduits of opportunities, not only for self, for our peers, for our neighbors, someone had to have the initiative to get it done. All you do is apply. 402-714-6482 is my number. Please text me. I'm still on air for like another 10 minutes. I got some meetings this morning. I will get back with you. We're going to be having a press conference next week. Radio station. They're not going to tell you because they feel it's competition. But I tell you that I work for God. We're not worried about competition. We worry about the buildup of our people. We worry about saving our people. That's what we worry about. Bring the competition on, baby. I like competition. I like when people challenge me because that brings the game day out of me. As Johnny Rogers would say, it's game day every day. So I'm always mentally sharp, physically in shape, spiritually in tune. I was at the gym just yesterday, 58. I take care of my bodies. God said we're supposed to take care of our temple. And I take care of my temple. I encourage you to take care of your body and your minds. If you need help domestically, please call 211. Please do not suffer in silence. If you need help on a mental level, please call 988 or call someone that you love and trust. Again, please do not suffer in silence. Please do not suffer in silence. Our children need us to be strong. If you've lost someone from whatever, if you game up, God expects you to step your game up. It's not time to regress. It's not time to become an alcoholic or a drug addict now. It's time to step your game up. It's not time to be a terrible parent because of whatever. No, it's time to step your game up. I'm challenging everybody today to step your game up. If you're going through some kind of despair or some kind of hurt, don't let that define you. Step your game up. Don't let nobody make you regress. Always elevate. If you're a boss listener, oh yeah, baby, you are VIP. You are a very important person. We about to get out of here, y'all. Make sure you guys love your neighbor. Put it in action. Don't talk about it. Be about it. That's what we do here at The Boss. When I walk in a room, I walk in the room with head up, shoulder back. You need to do the same thing. Boss with me. A Nurses Touch staffing agency located in Omaha, Nebraska are looking for CNAs, CMAs, LPNs, and RNs in Nebraska and Iowa. Starting pay is $19 for CNAs, $22 for CMAs, $36 for LPNs, and $44 an hour for RNs. If you or anyone you know is interested in making their own schedule, receiving weekly pay, and the flexibility to travel to different nursing homes in your area, please apply by calling A Nurses Touch staffing agency 531-212-1609, option 1. That's 531-212-1609, option 1. A Nurses Touch staffing agency is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.